Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nash Sports Lawyer here, and welcome back to a brand new video here today. And today I'm going to do my West Tigers versus Parramatta Eels round 17 review. Just been finished there at Leichhardt Oval, and we're gonna go through it by play, and hopefully, we can go through like a lot of positives, but there are a lot of negatives that I do want to point out in the first half. Some from some particular players that I weren't really impressed in the first half, but hopefully it can go much more positive, in the second half as well. And let's not talking about that. But before we do go into the review, hope you guys please like and subscribe to the channel for more low content in the near future. And I hope you guys enjoy much more low content coming up in the near future. And I'm really excited to really release some much more content rather than just doing much more regular content, as well. So yeah, but at the moment been going pretty good. I also do want to stay out before we actually go into the review. I do want to apologize about last night's stream. If you guys didn't notice, I actually ended in the first half there, and after the first half, it was actually half time, and then once it was at half time, it was actually supposed to be cut out there. But the thing is, right, what was it? It was let's just say it was supposed to be, me coming back to the stream, and I was supposed to put on the video capture, so no, my camera. But the problem is, Streamlabs, for some weird reason, had to cut it out and become a little bitch to cut out my stream over there. So it was pretty disappointing that I had to do that. And I was pretty disappointed. But hey, let's move on. And still got some pretty good views out of it, and I did also got some good points out of the stream. And thank you all to all those viewers who just stayed and watched the whole stream. And I do apologize if there were some issues there, but hopefully next stream next week it will be much more better quality. Hopefully we won't have any technical difficulties coming through the stream there. And anyways, enough chit-chatting. Let's get into the review. So it started off with the West Tigers bringing out some poor penalties there. An early penalty there being conceded there by Zane Musgrove there. Put on a high report there on Makahesi Makatoa, when I actually thought it was a knock on there when you play the ball there by an unforced error. But look at the replay. There was a little an interruption there on the ruck there, so it was going to be a penalty either way, which it turned out to be for us as well. But then Shaun Lane, a minute and 30 seconds in, caused an error. So yeah, he did. I think he was. I think when he was trying to plant the ball down, I think he did knock it on there as well. So I think it was a try saver there from Dane Laurie. I'm not sure, but it was someone putting a good try saver there on Shaun Lane. So yeah, pretty good defense there from the Tigers, avoiding a pretty early scare there from Parramatta. But then about a few minutes in the match, it was going back and forth there for errors and penalties there, and the ruck fragment there from Makahesi Makatoa caused him to actually to give a set restart there, for the Tigers, and then another record fragment there from Rimani, another set restart, and Mitchell Moses decided to make it worse for us. Puts on a dangerous tackle there, and Fanua Brown makes the line break there, and the rookie there, Fanua Brown, who's been pretty good there, especially last week against the Warriors there, pick up 43 points there against the Warriors, scores the first try there, in the match there, scoring his first ever try there in the black and orange and white there. Leichhardt and Dewey converted to make it 6-0 there. And it was basically going back and forth there with the errors and penalties there from both sides. And then Clint Gutherson makes the line break there. And then Warner Blake gets a penalty there as well. And then Jackson Hastings puts up a bomb kick there. And then Clint Gutherson makes an error there as well. And then that gives out like a much more sets there for the West Tigers there, and Dale Laurie there scores under while trying to put the pressure there on Gutherson from the kick there, and yeah, it looked like it was going to be Dale Laurie versus Parramatta Part 2, where he absolutely just slaughtered us last time at Combank Stadium, and I was pretty worried that it was going to be like that again. From a last time, and Dewey did easily convert a try, which was it from the post, and that was pretty embarrassing for Gutherson to really to go through that, and yeah, the spoiled he's 150th there, Jackson Hastings and Dale Laurie, and yeah. It looked like the free try there were looking to spark things up pretty early, and to make things pretty ugly there, and to possibly put some light of hope there for the Tigers. But then Parramatta finally responded there after from Stafford Toa putting on an offside there, and also David Norfoluma making the error there in the 5th minute, and then Master G gets over there for the first try. It was a pretty sloppy and lucky try, but he manages to put it down there from the bounce, and it did check as well, and yes, it was a try as well. So yeah, and then Josh Manama puts on a penalty there, and it was on report on a sin bin, and it was a well-deserved sin bin there. It was high there on who was it? Was it on Makahesi Makatoa, I believe? I think it was. I'm not sure, but Mitchell Moses did convert the try there, and Moses puts up a bomb there, but Jake O'Leary makes a line break there, and Gutherson puts on a second effort penalty there, trying to get involved in the tackle, but he was held on there for too long, and Luke Garner was offside, luckily there for us, and West Tigers started to becoming a little bit undisciplined there from themselves. And then we had another set restart there from ourselves as well. Adam Dewey there making an error there as well. And then Marcus Sivo finally gets his first try there. I believe, yes, his first ever try there for the season. And he puts it down there to make it 10 points to 12. And he finally comes back there after being in reserve grade as well. And he is back. Sivo being off Staffatua and Jackson Hastings there doing the typical Sivo corner try. As we all know, crazy stuff there from himself. The strength there as well. The acrobatics there, trying to lift himself in the air in a perfect angle to put a perfect space there to plant the ball down there and to make it 10 points to 12. Mitchell Moses does miss it by a very, very long range. And then Michael Sivo makes another line break there before halftime. He puts on the grubber there. Mitchell Moses misses it. But then Ray Marnie, who has had an absolute terrible first half, redeemed himself to put Parramatta in front by 40 points to 12. And the West Tigers did not expect this at halftime. And Mitchell Moses does extend it to make it 16 points to 12. He converts there. And it's halftime there. The Premiership Eels 16 in front of the West Tigers there by 12. And man, oh man, that was an absolute sloppy start there from us. But we managed to climb it back there from a lucky try there from RCG. But it was a try in particular. A try. But yeah, Sivo, we started to give him much more ball. We didn't give him that much ball as what we did from last week, and as what we did to give him much more ball in this match was actually much more better than we actually purposely wanted it, especially from fans criticizing our last week performance, such as me, not giving them much more line break, especially giving that much field position for us well, and to open up the game much more, and that's what we did. And he puts in a grubber there, and yeah, I could not believe that Sivo has managed to put on a pretty good grubber there. I don't think he has ever put in a grubber like that in his entire career. He's managed to not only get his first ever try of season, but it's also his first ever try assist. And Ray Marnie, he was absolutely so undisciplined in the first half. He made errors, he made penalties, and he managed to give much more opportunities there for the West Tigers. And for Gufferson there, he was a bit off there, especially considering that embarrassing bomb try there from Dane Laurie, and it was just quite shocking that we let him see him there in the first half on his 150th there. And yeah, Moses' King game was trying to set up a try there for Auckland Confused there on chip there, but it did work out there pretty well. But for Dylan Brown there, throughout his cut pass there to Michael Sivo was absolutely just brilliant there. And yeah, Murata Nakore, he was alright going there at prop, but yeah, Makasi Makutoa didn't have the best ever performance there. Made a couple errors there, and yeah, this is possibly his poorest ever performance this season yet. Judging off from the first half, and yeah, Joey Off and Gary was pretty good there for the Tigers once again, making us good post contact meters there throughout the first half. And Hastings' kicking game was pretty good. Dewey, I reckon, I put us throughout a a good a good layoff for us there for a couple of times to give us much more position and to even give away that good momentum that they had during early off in the first half. And yeah, completion rate. I didn't even know what was our completion rate in the first half, but I thought our completion rate was actually much more even. But yeah, Marnie, he did spoil it a couple of times, and yeah, other than that, it was a bit of like a like a slow start to the first half, but we managed to get back there, giving the ball more to Sivo, and yeah, we managed to clinch back in the first half. But anyways, move on to the second half. Joe Offengawi there makes an error there early off in the second half. Hastings, we're forced a first ever line dropout there from us, and then Mitchell Moses there with speed there just breaks through there, and he makes it 20 points to 12, and um, and Mitchell Moses does convert there from the sideline on the right side there on the field there to make it 22 points to 12. He also made two bomb kicks there on the 45th and the 47th minute, and then Jackson Hastings also puts up a bomb. Mitchell Moses also puts up another bomb there as well, and now Dylan Brown also puts up another bomb as well there in the 50th minute, and it was a penalty there from Luke Brooks there, who was kind of getting a bit aggressive there, and yeah, I also forgot to mention, Luke Brooks was actually playing quite aggressive there in the first half. Not that much as we normally see there from a Luke Brooks. He did concede, a couple of a poor penalties there, but I thought, Brooks there wasn't bad in the first half, but yeah, Miney there once again gets another error there for us. Nathan Brown puts out another slow peel. Warren Blake putting out a dangerous tackle there, but lucky enough in the left edge there for the Tigers. Lucky enough, we do get like a layoff there with Stafford Tower there making an error there on the play of the ball, and then Mitchell Moses puts out makes a line break there and tries to shift it out there to Marcus Sivo, but he makes an error there. He spilled his lollies there, and the Tigers, they get much more ball, but Brooks does make an error there. Will Penisini makes another error there, and now the Tigers forced Will Penisini there to make an error there as well. And you also force Gufferson there to pull out a long dropout there. And then Gufferson concedes another penalty, but lucky enough, we get another layoff there. Dane Laurie there making an error there. And then Zane Musgrove makes a dangerous tackle there. And surprisingly enough, I wasn't surprised at the moment that he wasn't sent off, but we also force them for another second line dropout. And then there's no probably from absolute beautiful grabber there from Mitchell Moses. Scores off there from Zay Papali there, find himself there to score against a club that he's going to go there next season. So, yeah. But Mitchell Moses does convert to make it 20 points to 12. And you would have thought, well, Parramatta, surely they're going to score maybe like 34 or over 40. But since then, 7th minute after a Bailey Thompson error there, David Norfoluma there makes a line break there to make it 60 points to 28. And then Dewey misses the the conversion there, kicking it off there wide, clear a sky, and Dewey puts on a bomb there, force Simonson there to make an error. Nakore puts out a ruck fragment there, set restart there, and then David Norfoluma goes in again, and Simonson there creating another big gap there for Norfoluma, similar to what is led to Norfoluma there to score off there, and once again Bailey Simonson their defense once again is just terrible, but that's just typical Bailey Simonson for ya. So David Norfoluma makes it 20 points to 28. But thank goodness, Dewey does miss the conversion there, and Dewey puts up a kick bomb there, but Nakore there puts up a dangerous tackle there, and here comes the last possible chance, which it would be too late. Anyways, if they would to convert it, make it 26 to 28, but they could possibly, maybe they would just make it 24 points to 28, and they would not like taking the conversion there, and they would maybe end up nearly doing a Manly versus Storm there, but Luke Brooks, he spoiled it after the Tigers, and Parramatta hold on there for a possible late scare there from the West Tigers, and it's full time there at Leichhardt Oval. The Premiership Eels winning by 8 points, 28 points to 20, and yeah, it was a pretty average performance there from us, going off there near the end there, but that was all because of Simonson. Towards the middle of the game, I thought, Mitchell Moses' kick game was much more bit improved, but it was a bit ugly at the same time. But it was the type of footy that basically got us over the line and got us that W. So somehow it worked, but we just go play the like the best footy that mostly works for us. And at the moment, there were signs in there that showed us, but not really clear enough. And I would say we need to improve more there, but I also want to say that Ray Marnie needs to improve a lot. He's been pretty disappointed there from the last two games, especially from this game. I thought he was pretty shit for us, and he was quite shocked. He was quite shocking there. How many errors did he actually made? I can remember he conceded about 2 or even 3, or even made 2 or 3 errors there. It was quite shocking there from Ray Marnie himself. He wanted to represent Queensland, but to judge off from that performance, sorry, he is way off from even being selected for the Queensland Origin squad there. With Ray Marnie there conceding, let's see here, he missed 8 tackles. He's made one ineffective tackle there. He's only made a 39 kicking meters, making no 40-20s, like he usually does. And it was correct. He made 3 errors, 3 handling errors, 1 ruck fragment, and yeah, it was pretty terrible there last night there, Ray Marnie. Maratsu Nakore, wasn't the best. Bailey Simonson was also terrible there with some a handling errors, but not all wingers can go also good there in the air. So I mean, for example, Brian Toho, he's not really good there collecting balls there in the air. But you got players like Wilpin Sydney, which Tigers did the actual pretty good job there, putting the pressure there on itself. So it was a pretty tough night there, a bit there for the for the young fella there, the centre there, Wilbur Sini. When Blake there conceded 2 penalties there, but Gutherson only on his 150th there. Looking at his errors there was quite was a little bit was quite no, I'll say quite disappointing there with having an error and conceding 2 penalties there, and he's only made about 118 meters there, which compared to Simonson was actually quite shocking. Simonson's made 133, and I don't know how you can. Oh my god, it's just it wasn't the best ever night there for Gutherson. And Simonson actually managed to put much more post contact meters there. You know, attacking wise, he wasn't bad, but defensively, it's just typical itself. So it's not really that surprising. So I wouldn't give too many props there for Simonson. Based on the stats there, based on the stats there, I don't really care about his his attacking stats there, Simonson. So for me, Simonson was poor. Moses, he improved a bit, but he wasn't that decent. You know, he made about one good grubber kick there for Zepabli, but I thought Dylan Brown there proved massively there from last week. His passing, his running game, his king game was actually quite good. You know, once again, he wasn't top 3, to be honest. I feel like, you know, he could have done maybe much more in there, but it was a pretty average win there for us. I wouldn't say it was typically or even technically an ugly win for us. It was mostly above a 50% performance there for us. So it's at least a pass there for us, and kind of deserved to win there. But Master G there made 100 meters there, got 48 post contact meters there. So Isaiah Papali was actually quite good, and I thought he actually proved a lot there from last week. There after having a quite shocking there, he made 154 run meters there, and I thought it was pretty good in that. So props to him. Makahisa Makatoa was quite shocking. I thought it was pretty quiet there tonight. Makahisa Makatoa. Nathan Brown, I thought, he wasn't that bad, but he was playing, wasn't like crap. He did play a bit 38 minutes, so nothing much to really put any negativity, around him. But Organ Kafuzi, I thought he was a bit quiet. He was meant to at least to catch the ball there from that Mitch Moses chip there in the first half. But obviously, Dane Laurie was pretty great there for the West Tigers, which I will go there in a moment. Sean Lane, he was pretty good for us in the first half, but the second half, I thought he was the same as what he was against the South Sea Rabbitohs there. He wasn't getting much more ball there in the second half, I reckon. So he was playing, full 8 minutes there, and maybe 9-1 run miss there. Made one tackle break there, off from the build up there to possibly get his his first ever try over there, and but RSG, the problem is that he is not. He's a pretty good forward there, but he's mostly just mostly there to take the hit ups there. So nothing much there from himself. So yeah, just to make sure if we are still going pretty good. Yeah, we are going pretty good at the moment. So yeah, it was from a 4 pack, probably most carried it, to be honest. The bench, I thought KY Rockwell there for us from the bench. I thought it was real great, but I mixed up there throughout last night's stream. There played 24 minutes. He wasn't bad there. Full play there. Playing throughout 24 minutes. So he made a couple like a decent post contact meets there. I think he barged through there a couple times there. Got 5 hit ups there. So that was pretty good there from KY Rodwell, and yeah, I thought he was busy enough there to really give us those meters there for us, and hopefully to see that type of like a performance there, and hopefully to see like a much more good hit ups there from himself there. Going to next week there against the Warriors, and but for the Tigers, man, just quickly go ahead before I say my top 3 so far. Yeah, Dane Laurie was pretty good there, despite himself, being a bit off there in the second half. I thought Dane Laurie there was possibly the top 3 best players there, alongside with David Ofaluma. They're getting those pretty big space there from himself there. The veteran there, getting the job done there for the Tigers, but unfortunately, the rest couldn't have doing enough there. I thought Safatoa was a pretty poor there. He was the reason why Tigers didn't get those others opportunities there well drilled enough, and man, I reckon maybe bring back what's his name again? Who used to play for Wigan. Forgot his name. Let me just check here. I think he's in the reserves there still. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I don't know why the West Tigers like put on like bloody what's his name again? I forgot. Who was it? Yeah, I don't know why they put like in Oliver Gilder there, but apparently that's the coach's reason, mostly from the club, to be honest. But yeah, I know that Safatoa does have the speed, but the handling compared to Oliver Gilder, I reckon Gilder would have done a much more professional job than what Safatoa did last night, and I'm not sure if he's like injured, but from what I'm like seeing, he's like in the reserves, and yeah, Tigers fans, yeah, man. I mean, the club is still like an issue there with Amdui there, having like excuses there, saying I want to play like a 5'8" and this and that. So I actually was there. I thought Dewey. I thought Jackson Hastings, Dane Laurie, and David Norfoluma there, and I thought Joe Fagoi, man, absolute decent lock there. He's possibly easily one of the top 5 best locks for the season. And if you disagree with me, then you obviously don't watch footy at all. And yeah, he's been pretty he's been pretty good there for the Tigers. Getting us good post contact meets there, uh, as always. But Jake Little, I thought he was not bad there tonight. Going off from his stats there, let me just check there quickly before we move on to the top three there. Jake Little there, got like 80 minutes there. He got one line break there as well. Yeah, he got one hit up, and he wasn't bad there. Tonight there, Jake Little, but I mean he did play but like 80 minutes, so nothing really much to judge off from him. I thought Fanua Pole, I thought it was a Brown, but it was actually Fanua Pole. I thought he wasn't bad, despite him making that. High. Sorry, no, that was Justin Matamia making a high tackle there. Yeah, Fanua Pole there, coming off there from prop, was actually quite decent there from himself there, giving him like 167 road meters there, and those post contact meters there, 92 meters. He was also giving the West Tigers those good field position there for himself, and yeah. Now Justin Matamia, in my opinion, was well deserved to get sent off there in the bin there, and from himself making his debut. I reckon he was pretty good there. Matamia, he wasn't like top 10 best players for me like on a night, but I reckon it was pretty good enough to show that he can like improve there, despite from that high tackle there. But yeah, Kilmer Talongi there made actually a couple of good tackles there on the RSG there. Luke Garner was a pretty decent there once again, especially from last week. Made a couple of good runs there, and Zay Musgrove, his discipline was a bit poor, but he played pretty aggressive there. Zay Musgrove there playing 44 minutes there, which was a pretty decent there for a player playing in a time period there, and yeah, for Marley Brown, this is a hooker that was supposed to be like most talk about. He was pretty good there for the Tigers, scoring off from the try there, giving off some good tries. Giving off some good runs there for the forwards there. Made like 37 rain meters, which isn't the best there for hooker, but he's still pretty young, and he did pretty decent there. Jackson Hastings' king game was pretty good. I thought Luke Brooks there was a pretty classy there in the first half. He made one good try there, I believe. Yeah, he put out like a 2 try assist, 2 line break assists there, and Luke Brooks there was actually pretty good there, despite a couple of errors and penalties there spoiling the chance there to come back. But yeah, moving on to my top 3 there for the Eels there before we wrap things up there. So top 3 here for the Eels here. I'm actually going to go with top 3 here for the boys in the blue and gold, the mighty blue and gold. Top 3. I'm going to go with number 1. I'm going to go with Isaiah Papali'i. I'm going to go with number 2. I'm going to go with Mitch Moses. I think he actually did the best that he could. And I'm going to go with number 3. I'm going to go with Marcus Silva there. He made 2 line breaks there. Got 1 try assist. Got a try. He made 110 run meters there. And he got 7 tackle breaks. 1 hit up there. And 10 receps. Even though he didn't get that much more ball there in the second half. I reckon I was trying to do himself quite favors there, and yeah, that is going to be my. Sorry, no, I just forgot to put up my top 3 there for the West Tigers. How long have we been going on there? For 40 minutes. Sorry about that. Okay, so my top 3 here quickly. Number 1 for me is going to be Jackson Hastings there. Put on some pretty good pressure there from his bomb kicks there. Jackson Hastings. Number 2 will be Jesus. I'm actually going to go for Dane Laurie there, despite him making like a couple of issues there from himself. And I'm going to go for number 3 here. I'm going to go with. You know what? I'm actually going with number 3 here with Fanua Pole there. I thought it was pretty decent there, and I thought I was trying to do his best there. Fanua Pole there, trying to get himself like across there, and yeah. I'll give him to actually. You know what? Honestly, I think I'll just give it to number 1, Jackson Hastings. Number 2, Dane Laurie, and number 3, I'll just give it to David Norfoluma, man. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Sorry if the review was a bit ran on there quite a bit. So I do apologize for that, but I had to get my thoughts out there for quite a while. You know, there was like a lot of things to really talk about throughout this game, and hopefully next week we can go out throughout the winning streak. Throughout the winning streak from here all the way to the finals, and hopefully we can get through the semi-final and get into the grand final and win it. But let's not get overhead to ourselves. Next week we are playing against Warriors, who is coming from an absolute executed homecoming win there, and the Warriors they do give us a pretty close game there, and hopefully I can go and give out a pretty good preview there. Hopefully I could possibly get Warriors overall fanatics there on the channel there for the preview there next Friday. And yeah, man, both guys have enjoyed this pretty long review here between the West Tigers and the mighty Blue and Gold. Please give this like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and lads, this has been our Sports Loaded here. Take care and peace, and go Para!
I'm coming in hot.